TK here at True Blue TV, live here in Minneapolis at our smokehouse. It's been a couple weeks since we've last touched base with you, and it's going to look like not a lot of things have changed, but actually a lot of things behind the scenes have. We ran into a little issue in these floors in here. We talked about encapsulating the smoke smell, getting rid of it on the walls and ceilings. Well, we have a little bit of a pet smell going on the floor, so we are going to treat that now. Since we got rid of all the smoke, the smell, now we can smell that. So we're going to be using an oil-based product on the floors. It's going to totally encapsulate that so that after the floors are put in, we won't have any of that smell coming out. Come on into the kitchen. If you remember last time we were here in the kitchen, we had some framing still going on in here. And what we ran into is there was two sets of walls. So I actually had, if you look down here, you're going to see the width, and that's two plates. So there's two walls that were here. So what we had to do is we had to go back to the engineer with our beam and make sure that everything was going to be lined up and centered where it needed to be. And that has happened. We got the okay from the engineer, and then we went ahead and set our beam. Talked a little bit about a post. This is going to be the post that we're dealing with. We had to have no more than a 10-foot span here. So we got a post here, and then we got another support right here. That was the reasoning for the post, is this size here could not take the full span, and what's going to happen is we're going to have a center island right here, and then we're going to work this post right into one of the corners of the center island. So when it's done, it's going to look nice, and it would have been way better not to have it, but you got to follow the rules. So, and we did do the framing here. I don't know if we talked about this. This is going to be just like a little knee wall area and closet. So kind of like a mudroom. You come in, kick your shoes off, maybe a bench over here. You got a closet for your jackets. So it was just trying to get as much maximization out of space and have it be working for the new homeowner. In these older homes, a lot of times there's not. You walk into the house, like you look at the front door there. You walk into that front door. There's nowhere to put your jackets, put your shoes, like a mudroom. So that's what we've created over here. Let's go on in the basement. So down here, we're real close to starting the electrical rough-ins. And that's where, electrician comes in, runs all their wires. Tomorrow morning, I've got a meeting with the owner that we're going to go through there, and we're going to mark where all the lights are going to go, where they want the switches, all those kinds of things. Once that's determined, I'll get my electricians in here and we'll start roughing this thing in. We've put up, you look here, we've shimmed down the roof a little bit. These lights are going to disappear. They're just there for, lighting up the place for us right now. You can see there's some plumbing over here. We'll put some little metal clips across there. We don't want to be driving any sheetrock screws into any old pipes. So that may change. Who knows? Obviously, I got to get all my plumbing done too. So rough-ins for electrical, rough-ins for plumbing, and then we get those inspected, and then we're moving forward to more building and that kind of thing. Doors right here for this bedroom. Going to have a big double bifold closet over there. We got a little bit more work to do on the framing. There's this wall I got to deal with. I'm going to be removing this piece of sheathing here. We want to sheetrock that. And voila! I believe the last time I was here, this was not there. I talked a little bit about this framing and how we had it, and now I have to come back in, and I am going to reframe this so it's nice. And I was planning on doing that, but I just did not know until the window was in exactly where we need to be. We'll go out and take an outside look of the window, because on the exterior, it is completely finished. This is an egress window. It's an Anderson window. You're going to see here there's a ladder, a well, there's a drain down there, and it's basically completely finished on the outside. Looks good, got a drip cap, so everything's good with that. The interior, after we start finishing, you'll have extension jambs coming out. So this will all look nice and clean, extension jambs, and then it will have some casings around it. So it's going to look nice. Over in this new bedroom, we got the closet over here. We'll have a light up over here, and we've created a nice big space, some shelving, and maybe some other shelvings or dressers or whatever you want to do. But it is a good sized closet for a bed. Coming on over here, we haven't, again, not a lot has changed, but we have framed in for our shower pan. You can see this is the old wall. This is framed in. This is your old plumbing. So all that will change, and it's going to actually end up over in here. You're going to have your base go in, a shower surround, and then vanity, and of course the light. So we're making ground. A lot of times in these projects, you go 2 or 3 weeks, it doesn't look like a lot's happened, but behind the scenes, again, it has. We're driving forward on this thing, and I hope to be having electricians and plumbers in here early next week. I've got my buddy John coming again. I think the last time I was here, he was in the middle of a trash out. And again, voila, we have a bunch more trash again. We'll get the trash out of here and we'll move forward. Come on in and watch your step. Over in the living room here, you're going to see that stuff is going to start arriving. As the customer chooses lights, what vanities we're going to be putting in, all that stuff is going to start arriving. And you can see here, we got a couple exterior doors to put in. Looks like the tub is showing up. Some exterior doors, some storm doors, some plumbing stuff. Stuff starts coming on in at this point, and you're going to see a lot of action here over the next couple of weeks. I'm super excited to see this thing coming together. So until next time, we'll see you later.